Now, we did get word that Attorney General Jeff Sessions is going to hold some kind of press conference announcing leak investigations, and that press conference will be Friday of this week. And this through CBS News, and this sounds like a leak about the press conference about leaks. An official familiar with the matter tells CBS News the investigations into various government leaks have been in the works for some time. One of the leaks that we will allegedly hear about will be the leaks related to the Manchester terror attack. Do you remember when leaders in Great Britain were upset because some of the intelligence was leaked to the media? So that will be that, and also other sensitive information. So there's been a leak about Jeff Sessions' press conference about leak investigations, and that press conference allegedly Friday. So I don't know how you investigate leaks, because it looks like a lot of the leaks have come from the intelligence community. You'd think that the intelligence community would know how to not get caught leaking. Unless somebody turns somebody else in, how do you investigate these leaks? Do you subpoena cell phone records of reporters? Do you eavesdrop on reporters' conversations? Do you subpoena emails? So I'm really curious about how you go about investigating something like this when reporters don't want to give up their sources, and some of the people leaking might be experts on not getting caught. So I'm intrigued by the whole thing. So allegedly, we'll learn more about it at the end of the week. Oh, traffic and weather. We have it together for you every 10 minutes on the nines, and here we go.
710 Time Saver Traffic from the Main Street Flooring and Design Traffic Center.
We have a broken down truck that's been blocking a lane of traffic northbound on the Grand Bay Wilmer Bridge over I-10. Well, we aren't seeing any big I-10 problems on the main lanes through that area or anywhere else. If you're crossing the Bayway through the Wallace Tunnel, the Causeway and the Bankhead, all of that remains in good shape. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Ray Romero.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.
Around the world, there are young people who face a difficult decision: continue their dream of education or drop out to help support their families. In a single moment, you can help them write a new story. See potential, not poverty, at unbound.org.
Gulf Coast weather from Local 15 and the Kemco Metal Buildings Weather Center.
Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday, everybody. We're going to top that at 90 degrees today. We will have mostly sunny skies, but the muggy air making a comeback today. So it is going to feel a little bit more sticky outside. A 20% chance of a shower, 40% chance of rain overnight, and a 70% chance by Thursday. I'm Kelly Foster for Local 15 News and this iHeartRadio station.
This report is brought to you by the T.J. Martell Foundation. Join the T.J. Martell Foundation in the fight against leukemia, cancer, and AIDS. Your support helps facilitate cutting-edge research that will lead to more effective treatments and save more lives. Visit tjmartell.org to learn more.
We love Nick Saban. Just wanted to get that out of the way. This is the Uncle Henry Show on News Radio 710 WNTM.
Uncle Henry Show. Thank you for listening to the Uncle Henry Show. What a day. What a wonderful day. I saw the story about the new poll numbers in Michigan. Kid Rock. You may remember Kid Rock, the charming Kid Rock, who is toying with the idea of running for the Senate as the Republican candidate for Senate in Michigan. Now, he looked like he was running and then kind of backed off that and instead said he was going to sign up voters, register voters at his concerts. But now new polling data is out showing that he, in a hypothetical matchup with the Democrat, he's 8 points behind the Democrat, but he is way ahead of all the other potential Republican candidates in Michigan. So if he decides to run, he'll end up likely being the Republican nominee in that race. And the thing about all of this is the idea that I'm sure this stimulates other Kid Rockish individuals around our land that maybe thought they didn't have a chance to run for any office, but then they see that Kid Rock, without even trying, could end up being the Republican nominee in a Senate race. How many Kid Rockish people are being activated across the country? Is there anybody locally? Do we have a Kid Rock equivalent in our community? Because we have a governor's race next year. Is there any Kid Rockish person? One of the things that disappointed me when Jeff Sessions became Attorney General and his Senate seat was open is that all of the people that wanted the job, that went to see Governor Dr. Bentley, the Love Gov, and wanted to be appointed, they were all people from politics. And I didn't see anybody from outside of politics jumping in. And I just would like to see more people from outside of the realm of politics getting involved in government service. So I wonder, do we have a Kid Rock equivalent in Alabama? If Kid Rock can do it, maybe Ruben Studdard for governor? Taylor Hicks? Soul Patrol! Taylor Hicks for governor? I'm as serious as I can be. Let's talk to Reagan Girl. Hello, Reagan Girl.
Good morning, Uncle Henry. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide!
Well, if I lived in Michigan, I would definitely cast my vote for Kid Rock. There is... Yes, sir.
Why?
Well, because bottom line, he is patriotic. He loves this country, and he does not take any bull crap from anyone.
Do we have a Kid Rock in Alabama?
Well, not that I know of.
Oh, that's too bad. Reagan Girl, I'm up on the break here, but thank you for your advocacy and explaining why Kid Rock is appealing. I've never known.
Make your room the most comfortable place in town with an...
Hey, Facebook. Let me see if anybody's watching on Facebook. We're in a radio break. The radio listener is hearing a bunch of junk. Probably pretty good junk, though. Let me see where we are here. All right, here is the video. Who do we have? We do have viewers, a few. Bama Big Man, Tuskers, Scotty White of ScottyWhite.com. Sharon Graham Green, good morning to you all. Good morning to you all. So just keep in mind, Ruben Studdard, Taylor Hicks, these would be fine governors for the state of Alabama. They could be our Kid Rock. Too bad they didn't decide to run for Senate in Alabama. You know, we almost got, was it Tuberville? and he decided not to run for whatever reason? All right, let me look. When we come back in the next segment, more on this HBO Amazon torturing of the South. That'll be coming up next when we're back on radio. Let's see. Darwin has been reporting about how Amazon wants to hire 50,000 people nationally. Job fairs going on nationwide with Amazon. Let me see. John Olson, Vice President of Amazon Worldwide Operations Human Resources.
These are jobs that are focused on taking that customer order, getting it to the package, and getting it to people's homes as quickly as possible. And of that 50,000, 1,000 of those jobs are going to be in Washington State alone.
So 50,000 jobs. Some of those are in Mobile, Alabama, with the Amazon Sortation Center.
We have 50,000 jobs available today for people to come in, take a look at, and get on-the-spot job offers. And there's 1,000 of those in the state of Washington alone.
Okay. He's obviously in Washington. Now, what are the benefits of working for Amazon?
Our benefits package is available day one, and we provide a broad range of benefits for people, whether that's health care, disability insurance, access to company stock, and retirement.
All right. What about if I went to work for Amazon, which could happen? I would want Amazon Prime for free as a benefit, and I would want all the video without having to pay for it. That'd be a good job benefit, wouldn't it? After a long day at work for Amazon, you go home and you look and you watch something for free on Amazon as a benefit of your job. That would be a wonderful benefit. But 50,000 jobs nationally for Amazon. Amazon is getting so big, at some point the government is going to step in. Just remember that. They're going to step in and say, not so fast, Amazon. Because when Amazon announces that they're thinking about getting into any kind of business, it sends shockwaves through all of those businesses. All right, stand by. We're about to go back to radio.
And more effective treatments and save more lives. Visit tjmartell.org to learn about music's promise for a cure.
Now, Gulf Coast weather from Local 15.
The midweek muggy air is making a comeback now that we've reached midweek. We're going to top out today in the 90s, but all that warm Gulf air is going to be surging inland. So we do have about a 20% chance of a shower today, 40% tonight. For your Thursday, a 70% chance of wet weather, and that will push our temperatures down into the mid-80s. I'm Kelly Foster for Local 15 News in this iHeartRadio station.
This morning at 9, Ask the Expert. Then Rush at 11. Right now, it's Uncle Henry on News Radio 710 WNTM.
Uncle Henry Show, thank you for listening to the Uncle Henry Show. News headlines coming up in about 10 minutes from Fox and from Local 15's Darwin. Now, you probably saw the story about Amazon. No, I'm not talking about the jobs. Amazon hiring something like 50,000 people in the country this week, and some of those jobs, Mobile, Amazon Sortation Center. It's the story that was linked in a big headline on the Drudge Report about a new Amazon TV show. And it ties into this HBO show. Now, HBO, they've got the people from Game of Thrones working on a show about the Confederacy, and it would be in modern times, what if the South won the Civil War and we would still have slavery and the slaves would work for corporations, and it just sounds like a terrible idea. As now, maybe I'd feel differently if I lived in California or Washington State or something like that. But living here, just not the kind of show I want to see become the most popular show in the country. Is some kind of let's have modern day slavery represented on a. We've got enough problems, don't we? So they're moving forward with that, and so Amazon, which also makes TV shows, they've decided to come up with their own show called Black America. Now, this is according to USA Today. It says that Black America will take place in a universe where the South has seceded from the Union, and the show will focus on freed slaves who formed their own country out of Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana that was given to them as reparations for slavery, and that the new country was involved in fighting for 150 years and is now at peace with the United States for 20 years, but the peace is endangered as America slides into decline. So what is, it's like is this Hollywood getting revenge on the South voting for President Trump? Is that what this is? That Hollywood is mad at the South, and they were trying to come up with things to torture the South. And when I say torture, in that these shows will obviously just stir up. We've got enough real life debate. We can debate real life and all these kind of issues every day. I don't know that we need fiction to come in and stir all this up. All of this sounds like I can only speak as an Alabamian. Doesn't sound like something as an Alabamian I'm looking forward to. And see, they've got a story they could do. California really wants to leave the United States of America. They don't have to make that up. They want to make up the South winning the war and slavery still being in existence, or a country created for African Americans. All that. They don't have to. California, in reality, wants to leave. They want to leave. Just do that TV show. California teaming up with Mexico, signing treaties with Russia and other countries, forming their own country, having to go to battle with the United States to form their own country. Do that show. Now, Hollywood won't do that show because they live there. They're living the reality of it, just like we live the reality of the South. I would rather, if I'm going to watch some kind of American strife, I just would rather watch it in some other region of the country. Maybe they could, if they did a series where we never split from Great Britain, and we decide to do it now, just why does it have to be Civil War? Well, I'm sure these things are already moving forward. My complaints will not be able to change anything. At this point, these two entities are very powerful and they can pretty much put out any show they want to put out. But I wish they would just pick something else. All right, more to come. Traffic, weather, news from Fox News with Darwin, all next on the Uncle Henry Show.
This is a Bloomberg Market Minute. Allstate's profit from private equity and property wagers is surging, helping to offset low bond yields that have been plaguing the insurance industry. Mondelez CEO Irene Rosenfeld has announced plans to retire later this year. The 64-year-old will step down in November and be replaced by Dirk Van de Put, who currently leads McCain Foods. Rosenfeld will remain as chair until March, when she cedes that role as well to Van de Put. Rosenfeld led the snack giant after it split from Kraft Foods back in 2012 and twice beat back pressure from activist investors. And Royal Caribbean says it's seeing a shift in consumer spending from T-shirts and other store-bought items to more excursions and beverages. Investors are applauding the cruise liner's better-than-expected second-quarter results and the company's raised 2017 earnings forecast. Stock futures indicate a higher Wall Street open. S&P futures are up a point, Dow futures up 40, NASDAQ futures are up 42. NYMEX crude is down 0.2%, just above $49 a barrel. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
You may think you...
Welcome back to the Uncle Henry Show on Facebook. Hey, Facebook. We'll be back. I'll be turning things over to Darwin here in a moment. There's a story I want to hear. This is not fake news. We'll be back. All right. Stand by. I'm listening to myself. NASA has a job opening for a planetary protection officer.
The space agency says applicants will be required to protect planet Earth from biological contamination in human and robotic space exploration. The job also calls for making sure space missions don't pollute other planets. Those interested should have an advanced degree in science or math and experience in executing space programs. NASA says planetary protection officer is a full-time position that pays a six-figure salary. Mark Mayfield, NBC News Radio.
What? All right, I apologize. I need to hear this again.
The space agency says applicants will be required to protect planet Earth from biological contamination in human and robotic space exploration. The job also calls for making sure space missions don't pollute other planets.
All right, so I understand that the protection officer is supposed to stop robots and humans from bringing viruses from space, I guess, back to because we know what happens. We watch the science fiction movies. But supposed to make sure we don't litter on other planets. There's nothing on any of these. If we can get to the planet, there's nothing on it. What are they afraid we're going to do? Leave a Coke can on Mars? I'll do this job, and you don't even have to pay me six figures. I will do it for less. All right, stand by. I want to hear Darwin.
News update. Amazon officials say their goal is to hire 50,000 people and to do it by tomorrow night. The online shopping giant trying to staff 13 fulfillment centers around the United States. And in Mobile, several full-time positions are available at Amazon's brand new sortation center being built here in Mobile County. The center in Theodore expected to open in October. Officials tell us more part-time positions will open up in the next couple of months. Anger from Mobile's district attorney after word Jerry Harrison will be released on parole. Harrison was sentenced to life in prison in 2014 after his sixth felony conviction, mostly on marijuana trafficking. But because his criminal past is considered nonviolent, he's serving just a fraction of his sentence. DA Ashley Rich calls the release ridiculous. Harrison said to be released from Holman Prison in Atmore on Monday. Tomorrow, Mobile police take the national spotlight in an episode of the First 48 on A&E. The episode is titled Murder in Mobile, and a TV Guide summary of the episode says it will follow the investigation into the death of a man gunned down on a Mobile sidewalk. Crews have been in the port city for more than a year following homicide detectives. The popular show highlights different police departments across the country. News breaks while you sleep, so when you wake, we'll catch you up on what's happening along the Gulf Coast and around the world every weekday morning on Local 15 Today. We start at 5 a.m. I'm Local 15's Darwin Singleton for this iHeart radio station.
All right, back here on Facebook. I needed to hear Darwin. Here's another story out of California. Now, California wants to leave the United States. I'd watch that TV show. Let's see, it says here, Governor Jerry Brown is vetoing a bill that would have imposed a $100 fine on people who purposely release Mylar balloons into the air. He's arguing that it's bad public policy to criminalize the release of a balloon.
The idea would be to stop people from releasing balloons. I don't think we'll be fining any children.
All right. So the governor is vetoing it, but the California legislature passed this law to make it a $100 fine if you let a balloon into the air. I'm shocked that Governor Brown vetoed it. All right, let's see. We're going to be back on the radio in just a moment. I need to get ready for the Daily Reagan, so please stand by.
A board-certified dermatologist, he provides the latest innovations in medical skincare and cosmetic skincare, and he also has all the latest technology. He's got 3 convenient locations, Mobile, Daphne, and Bay Minette. You can find out more about Dr. Bender and all of the services he provides by going online. The website is advanceddermclinic.com. That's advanceddermclinic.com. You can make an appointment there online, or you can call for your appointment. The number is 251-631-3570. That's Advanced Dermatology and Skincare Center.
I'm Scott Armstrong with Kimco Metal Buildings. Whether you need a building for commercial, storage, church, or community use, Kimco has been designing and constructing the highest quality steel buildings for our customers for almost 50 years. Kimco will use state-of-the-art software and our many years of experience to help you custom design your new metal building. Check out our website at kimcobuildings.com. That's KEMKO, or call us at 251-626-0594.
Are you putting your retirement savings in a 401k, IRA, or investment account? Then I have one word of advice. Stop. Many experts warn of a stock market crash any day now. And if it's anything like the last 2 crashes, you could lose 50% or more of your hard-earned savings in the Wall Street casino. Can you afford to lose half of your retirement savings again? Hey, you don't have to lose a penny, because there's a better, safer way to save for retirement. And you can learn all about it in a free report. This is the report Wall Street and big banks desperately hope you never see. Why? Because this method has guaranteed growth, even when the market tumbles. It lets you take back control of your money and finances, and it gives you penalty-free access to your savings. Plus, it beats the pants off any 401k or IRA. These are uncertain times, so get the information you need today to guarantee your retirement security. To get this free report, go to bankonyourself.com right now. That's bankonyourself.com. Bankonyourself.com.
Roll Tide. This is the Uncle Henry Show on News Radio 710 WNTM.
We've arrived at the Daily Reagan here on News Radio 710 WNTM 99.5 FM The Jag. The Daily Reagan, a presentation of the Uncle Henry Show.
It's hard to believe that 2 years have passed since we last met, 2 short years, but what a difference. As you probably remember, when we met in the Rose Garden, I didn't have very much good news to give you. The American people had paid a steep price for years of good intentions, badly misdirected, and as a result, our national economy had nearly reached the breaking point. As a result of that crisis that faced us, we weren't, however, pursuing a program based on the shifting sands of government expediency. Another quick fix certainly would have failed. There was only one way to go, and that was use 3 simple words as our guide. Trust the people. Lasting economic recovery had to be built on the solid rock of the American free enterprise system.
The free enterprise system. The Daily Reagan here on News Radio 710 WNTM and 99.5 FM The Jag. Thank you for listening to the Uncle Henry Show. Coming up in about 15 minutes, less than 50 minutes, we'll talk to Local 15's Darwin. Email address unclehenry@gmail.com. That's unclehenry@gmail.com. Let me go to the email inbox. Subject line on the email is Roll Tide Unc. Email reads, "Good morning. Forgive my tardiness. I'll be glad when football gets here." And that email from 60-year-old Chris in West Loxley, who adds, "P.S. 31 days. Roll Tide Roll." Chris, thank you for your Roll Tides. Always appreciated. In fact, let me share what you shared with me, a Roll Tide. Let me share with you this Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, Unc. Wow. Roll Tide, roll!
All right. And I could go on and on. In 31 days, it's getting closer and closer and closer. Isn't that wonderful? 31 days until Alabama football. Press Register, by the way, they're still printing the newspaper locally. And they did print a position-by-position analysis of the Alabama Crimson Tide in today's sports section. So this is the first thing that I've seen in the paper in months that I've wanted to look at. A position-by-position analysis of Alabama's football players. And yes, there is a picture of Nick Saban on the front page. What a wonderful time of year when you have Nick Saban popping up all over the place. All right, there's more to come. Traffic and weather together. And then more Uncle Henry Show. Stick with us, please.
710 Time Saver Traffic from the Dean McCrary Volkswagen Traffic Center.
We have picked up a new interstate accident. This has occurred on eastbound I-10 near Dolphin Island Parkway. However, we've yet to note any real delay through that area. Kind of a quiet morning overall. No big Bayway problems this morning. That's been a very pleasant, uneventful drive between the Eastern Shore and the Wallace Tunnel. The Causeway and the Bankhead moving nicely as well. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Ray Romero.
This report is brought to you by the T.J. Martell Foundation. Join the T.J. Martell Foundation in the fight against leukemia, cancer, and AIDS. Your support helps facilitate cutting-edge research that will lead to more effective treatments and save more lives. Visit tjmartell.org to learn more.
Now, Gulf Coast weather from Local 15.
Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday, everybody. We're going to top out at 90 degrees today. We will have mostly sunny skies, but the muggy air making a comeback today. So it is going to feel a little bit more sticky outside. A 20% chance of a shower, 40% chance of rain overnight, and a 70% chance by Thursday. I'm Kelly Foster for Local 15 News and this iHeartRadio station.
This report is brought to you by the T.J. Martell Foundation.
Hey everybody, I'm Eric Church, asking you to join me in the fight against leukemia, cancer, and AIDS through the T.J. Martell Foundation. Your support helps facilitate cutting-edge research that will lead to more effective treatments and save more lives. Visit tjmartell.org to learn about music's promise for a cure.
Your home for traffic and weather on the 9s every morning. This is News Radio 710 WNTM.
Uncle Henry Show. We'll talk with Darwin in about 10 minutes. Right now, Angelo's with us from Mobile Bay Coins in Midtown Mobile. Angelo, good morning to you.
Well, good morning, sir. How are you doing today?
Well, Angelo, I saw this story that Sam Jones, the former mayor, has been endorsed by the Wave Transit Union, and he's said that the buses in this town need to be marketed better. They need better marketing for the buses?
Yeah, I can think of a lot of things the buses need. Marketing would not be one of them.
Well, let me ask you: is there anything? What would it take to get you to ride the bus?
Well, given how close, I work, proximity of my work to my home, the likelihood of me doing that is pretty slim.
But what if you were going to go? Let's say you felt like you wanted to go out to the flea market or something on the bus.
Well, if they advertised or explained what the routes were a little better, if they upgraded the buses to something that was a little less, how do I put this, crowded and sweaty and crowded and sweaty.
A little less like a bus?
Well, exactly.
If it were less bussish.
Right. And so if you turned it into something that was not a bus, then I would probably ride it. Or like I commented on Facebook early this morning, if you put an open bar or something else going on there, if Ariel's trolley system was out there, put some fans on the trolley and you step on, step off like you would in San Francisco or somewhere, then yeah, that's a possibility. But other than that, you're probably not going to see me on the bus, Uncle Henry.
Okay. Well, this has been educational. You and Ariel kind of have the same answer. If you were to make it not a bus, you might ride it.
There's a chance.
But as long as it's a bus, you're not going to take it.
Precisely.
All right. Well, just have to ask. Now I'm curious. I may have to take a bus ride in the next few days just to see what I'm missing. Maybe I'm missing something, and buses aren't as bussish as they've been in the past. Now, before we run out of time, Mobile Bay Coins. We're in a new month, the month of August at Mobile Bay Coins. You told us that you're getting in some new Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse item. Is that already in?
It's not in yet. It should be coming in soon. So I'm looking forward to those arriving. We're actually just picking up some other interesting things. We've had a lot of estates come in lately. So, I wanted to let people know if they've been looking for Morgan silver dollars, $20 gold pieces, just, interesting pieces of jewelry. We've had quite a few things that we've been purchasing over the course of the summer, and also wanted to remind folks, it's getting time for school. People are looking at their budgets. If they need a little extra cash for school and they've got some old jewelry or an old coin collection laying around that they want to get rid of and want to figure out what the best way to do that is, come by the shop and talk to us. We'll make an offer on your items, and maybe you don't have to go so deeply into your pocket to handle the whole school budget thing.
Oh, very good. That's at Mobile Bay Coins, 2204 Government Street in Midtown Mobile. Look for them on Facebook. Angelo, have you seen the stories about robot jewelry?
No, I have not. Robot jewelry. That certainly sounds interesting. I'll have to look that up. Or if you can, send me that link.
I will. It's items that you wear on your body that are considered jewelry, and they move around. They don't stay in one spot. They robotically move to different locations on the body.
So you've got this robot bug crawling all over your body.
Kinda, yeah. They don't have that.
No, we would not have that.
Okay, good. All right, but they do have all the things you just heard Angelo talking about, and also the free appraisals. Mobile Bay Coins. Have a great day, Angelo.
You too, sir.
Rush Limbaugh.
Hang on, let me check something here real quick.
No distraction can stop the dissemination of truth.
Damn it, screw it.
Today at 11, News Radio 710, WNTM.
Do you have high cholesterol? Are you unable to tolerate high doses of statin medication? You may be eligible for a clinical research study being conducted to test the safety and effectiveness of an investigational medication that may help to lower cholesterol levels in people who are unable to tolerate high doses of statin medication. To qualify, you must be at least 18 years of age, have high cholesterol, be taking a statin medication that is low dose or less than low dose, including if you are unable to tolerate a statin at any dose, and meet additional study criteria. Qualified participants will receive all study medication and study-related care from a dedicated team of medical staff at no cost. Health insurance is not required to participate. To find out more about this high cholesterol clinical research study and to see if you qualify, call Coastal Clinical Research Inc. at 251-262-4951. That's 251-262-4951. Call now. 251-262-4951.
Hey, if it's time for a new mattress, take it from me. You'll find the best brands, the best price, the best service at the Sleep Center with 2 locations in Mobile, 1 on the Eastern Shore. You can shop Sleep Center's truckload sale now for the absolute best prices on top name brand bedding. You can choose from Tempur-Pedics. They're now $33 a month. You can get up to $300 Sleep Center cash with your approved Tempur-Pedic purchase. Sealy plush queen sets are at $399, and you can save 10% on all Stearns & Foster bedding. The Sleep Center, best brands, best price, best service with up to 48 months interest-free financing and same-day delivery. The Sleep Center, the mattress experts. They're open 7 days a week. You'll find them in Mobile, in McGowan Park next to Verizon Wireless, in the Esther Oak Shopping Center off Airport Boulevard, and on the Eastern Shore in the Eastern Shore Center. And they're also online at sleepcenternow.net.
Please listen to an important clinical research opportunity. Are you 50 years or older and have been hospitalized recently or plan to be soon? Doctors are looking for volunteers for a research study evaluating an investigational vaccine designed to protect against Clostridium difficile, or C. diff, bacteria that can cause frequent diarrhea, abdominal pain, and inflammation of the colon, which, when severe, can be life-threatening. Patients with increased exposure to healthcare facilities and those who have taken antibiotics are at a higher risk of getting sick. If you have had multiple visits to the emergency room, frequent visits to the doctor, or hospitalizations of at least 2 nights in the last year, you may qualify. To learn more about this study and to see if you qualify, visit clovertrial.com or call 1-877-296-9458. That's www.clovertrial.com or 1-877-296-9458.
Hey, y'all, this is Dan Brennan, and I found it for you. Your destination for beautiful smiles? West Mobile Dental Care. Yep, their offices and facilities are state-of-the-art, yet welcoming, with a warm, friendly, and talented staff. And it all starts with my friend Dr. Elwood Sneed, who's been seeing patients in Mobile since 1988. With over 30 years of experience, Dr. Sneed is a member of the American Dental Association, the Alabama Dental Association, and the Mobile Area Dental Society. And you know what? He's just a great guy. West Mobile Dental Care offers a complete line of dental services, from cleanings and x-rays to restorative and cosmetic dentistry. Implants, custom dentures, yeah, they do it all. West Mobile Dental Care, it's perfect for the entire family. They're at 6207 Cottage Hill Road, and you can call them at 251-666-3600. That's 251-666-3600. I guarantee you, you're going to love Dr. Sneed and his staff at West Mobile Dental Care on Cottage Hill Road.
710 Time Saver Traffic from the Main Street Flooring and Design Traffic Center.
Our accident spot on eastbound I-10 at Dauphin Island Parkway has now cleared. It never caused any backup to begin with. It was kind of a non-event, and now it has been cleared off the board, so some good news there. No big accidents or breakdowns for Bayway drivers this morning. That drive has been very quiet and uneventful between the Eastern Shore and the Wallace Tunnel. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Ray Romero.
This report is brought to you by the T.J. Martell Foundation.
Hey everybody, I'm Eric Church, asking you to join me in the fight against leukemia, cancer, and AIDS through the TJ Martell Foundation. Your support helps facilitate cutting-edge research that will lead to more effective treatments and save more lives. Visit tjmartell.org to learn about music's promise for a cure.
Gulf Coast weather from Local 15 and the Chemco Metal Buildings Weather Center.
The midweek muggy air is making a comeback now that we've reached midweek. We're going to top out today in the 90s, but all that warm Gulf air is going to be surging inland. So we do have about a 20% chance of a shower today, 40% tonight. For your Thursday, a 70% chance of wet weather, and that will push our temperatures down into the mid-80s. I'm Kelly Foster for Local 15 News in this iHeartRadio station.
Traffic updates every 10 minutes on the 9s every morning. This is the Uncle Henry Show on News Radio 710 WNTM.
Thank you for listening to the Uncle Henry Show. News headlines coming up in 10 minutes from Fox and from Local 15. Speaking of Local 15, we've got Darwin with us. Darwin, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Henry. How are you?
Fantastic, Darwin. And you?
I'm doing well. Went to the National Night Out with the police and fire department in Mobile at the Civic Center last night. Had a great time. They did a lot of really cool stuff. They rappelled from the ceiling, and they Had a motorcycle demonstration, some fancy riding right there in the Civic Center, dogs and horses. It was a lot going on.
So you were out late last night. For you, I mean, you get up really early in the morning.
So I've had maybe 4.5 hours sleep. That's enough, isn't it?
Well, it is what we get. It is what we get.
It is. You're so right.
I want to ask you.
You face the same thing.
I certainly do, but I wasn't out at. I guess I should have gone to the National Night Out.
Well, you got your beauty sleep instead, and you look beautiful this morning.
Thank you, Darwin. Now, the jobs, the Amazon jobs. You're talking about Amazon, and when I first heard you mention this story this morning, I wondered how it could be that Amazon is wanting to hire thousands of people across the country right now.
I'm not sure how they're going to do this. There's two separate waves of hiring. Of course, we're building the sortation center here in Mobile, and you can go online and look at the jobs they have available there. But there's another wave of hiring going on nationwide, and it's for their fulfillment centers, which apparently is different from a sortation center. And by tomorrow night, they want to hire 50,000 new employees at all of these these centers across the country, these fulfillment centers. So I don't know how they're going to do that, but they say they are. So if somebody needs a job from Poughkeepsie to Portland, all the way, wherever they've got these, I don't even know if they have any in Poughkeepsie, then you've got an opportunity to get a job.
Now, but great news that Mobile is in on this a little bit. Even though we're not a fulfillment center, we still have opportunities for people to work at the new Amazon facility here. I want to get
absolutely.
Let me ask you though about, you mentioned that you were with the police last night with this National Night Out. Did anybody talk about the TV show that you told us about this morning about? Is it A&E that's going to be featuring Mobile's police on their TV show?
Yeah, the first 48. Have you seen that show before?
I have not.
Okay, let me explain it to you. First 48 is a real gritty. It's what reality shows probably should be, because it's more real than fake. It actually follows investigations from beginning and end, and it's always a homicide, and they always follow, like do this in Birmingham, for instance, and many other cities, New Orleans. They watch the investigation start, and it goes all the way through, and usually by the end, they have information about how that case was resolved, if someone was convicted, if someone's awaiting trial. But the first 48 hours are the key moments when you make or break an investigation usually. And so they follow the first 48. And they're doing that in Mobile. They've been shooting for a year now, and the first episode out of Mobile hits tonight, or tomorrow night, I guess I should say.
Did anybody bring it up last night when you were with the police?
No, no one brought it up, and there was literally so much going on. And when I say so much going on, you got like a 3-ring circus with people rappelling and motorcycles coming in. They're ripping a car apart with Jaws of Life. There's so much going on that I guess we were focused on what was happening in the now. But I'm curious too, because I've been on several crime scenes where their camera people were there. And one that comes to mind is the Carrie Muzzy murder on Florida Street that has yet, as far as I know, to be unsolved, because every time we ask the police department for information on it, they say, well, we can't do that. We can't tell you anything about it right now. It's not a cold case. We're still working on it. And, we don't want to jeopardize an investigation, so we kind of back off. But we are curious to know which cases will be shown, and of course they could shoot these cases and hang on to them until we do get a resolution. So yeah, I'm really curious, because I'm a fan of the show too. I watch it, so I'm anxious to see what they do with it.
I'm kind of surprised that police departments allow film crews to come along with them on investigations like that. That's because it's very different from a ride along, because you've got to make sure you do everything just right if you intend to bring someone to justice.
Well, I think, well, no, that's true. I mean, right now, of course, body cameras are on police officers, so they're literally on camera all the time, or they're supposed to be. But with these cases, I'm not sure what the contractual agreements are with A&E and police departments. I'd like to find that out. That's probably something we should do. But, how much autonomy do they have? When you watch the show, it's pretty cut and dry, matter of fact. I mean, but I don't know. It's all going to come out in court. So I imagine you don't want this camera crew to affect the outcome of a court case, and I don't know how prosecutors get involved that much in it. But the gathering of evidence, I would think, is paramount as opposed to allowing them to film the show. But they do get right up close to the action. It's kind of there's some moments when you go, wow, that was really close for that photographer.
All right, well, we're almost out of time here. We have about a minute left in the hour. Is there anything else you want to tell us?
Well, I was taking a look at the stories that I thought you might be interested in, and the last peanut butter breakout guy arrested down in Martin County, Florida. Yeah, Bryant Kilpatrick was his name, and he apparently, he said he kept running for 2 hours after he got out of the jail, didn't stop, ran 2 hours straight, and that's why he got away, and I guess everybody took a smoke break, everybody else, all the other 11. So he's back in jail now, and the sheriff down in Martin County said he's in a cell, but he's not getting peanut butter.
Okay. Darwin, thank you.
All right, Uncle Henry, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Darwin, Local 15. We have headlines with Darwin coming up in just a moment. Thank you, Darwin, and thank you for listening to the Uncle Henry Show.